Giving up on ourselves is subtle. It doesn't usually show up as a big moment where we say, I give up on myself or I quit on life or things like that. It happens quietly. It hides itself behind small everyday choices that may seem completely harmless. Actually, most of the time, it feels totally reasonable or even safe. It feels like we are doing the right thing. So we don't notice it until it is way too late. And we give up on ourselves in different ways. After a while, we lower our expectations of life because we believe we are not the kind of person that good things can happen to. We stop going after what we really want before we even start because deep down we expect to fail. So we think, why bother? Then we don't share our story, our voice, our art because we think, who would even care? We hold back what we want to say and stay quiet, even in settings that feel a little safer, because we think, who would want to hear me? What I have to say is too obvious, and everybody out there knows more than me. We settle for people that don't even see us. Maybe because we don't feel worthy enough to ask to be seen. Somewhere along the way, we stopped asking to be seen. And then we stay in relationships where we feel invisible, but then we convince ourselves, at least I'm not alone. We suffocate our dreams to keep things safe and stay small. Then we tell ourselves all sorts of stories about how hard it is. It's not meant for me. It's too late. I'm too old. I should be grateful for what I have, and things like that. And none of those moments feel like we are giving up on ourselves. They actually feel like we are being realistic, or we are being grateful. Or if you are part of a spiritual community, you may think that you have evolved so much that you have let go of all your desires. But all those moments where you made those tiny decisions to stay quiet, to settle for those kind of people, or to forget about your dreams, were the moments where you gave up on yourself. But those moments are also opportunities to go the other way and come back to yourself. And maybe not right away, but next time choose differently. Maybe next time we notice the parts of us that have been buried under layers and layers of fear, different kinds of fear of failure and other kinds of fear, under self-doubt, under resignation that says good things are not meant for us. The parts that we abandoned when we chose silence, smallness, we chose safety. And this time, maybe this time, we acknowledge those parts. And when we do that, we realize that our truth has always been there under all those layers of fear and doubt. And those moments can be our reminders to come back to our truth. I've recently noticed that how easy it is to settle for less, to stay small, to forget about what we want in life. But I've also realized that despite all that, if life wants to create something through me, it keeps calling. And that calling comes in the form of desires and dreams. So it is true that most of our desires and dreams come from a place of lack and scarcity, and they are ways that unconsciously we look for validation and approval. But not all of them are like that. Sometimes that wanting more, that curiosity, that urge to create, that pull towards something bigger is just life wanting to create more through me. And it's not for validation or to be rewarded. It's for expanding what is possible for me and what is possible for others through my expansion. So I know that when I notice that calling, even a little bit, and I flow with it, I start to feel like I'm more alive. I feel like I'm living a full life. And I feel like I'm becoming more every day. So, knowing all that, maybe next time we don't give up on ourselves when that moment of making that tiny choice arrives. And then we don't stay quiet, we don't stay invisible, we don't stay small. And if we do, we are honest about it. And that honesty can guide us to choose differently next time.